right. Hello, 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 hello. Hi everyone. Welcome back to the Daily 5 Live. Today we are drawing throwing. So if you are on Instagram, don't be shy. You can say hi. My eyes are on the chat. And if you want, you can join me on YouTube if you want to see the reference that I'm going to use for today's session. I'm going to say hi to Franco. How you doing today? Yeah. Did you guys saw the announcement? We are launching the 1 week character challenge next month. That's going to be on the 10th of March. And you can register right now if you want to, wherever you are. If you're on Instagram, you just have to comment OWC in the chat, and an automation will fire up to send you an invite. The challenge is free, comes with 3 classes. You can win Huion tablets by participating. You don't need to be the best. It's really an awesome challenge, and I just love to be able to be there the entire week and teach. So it's gonna be great. Thank you, Franco. Says really like my work. Appreciate it. Hi, David. Hello to you. How you doing? And I want to say, I think I need glasses. CLJL. Hi, on YouTube. How you doing? All right. So yeah, today we're going to do throwing. If you've been following for the past year on Paintable, we are doing the Daily 5 challenge. This is a challenge when you can just let go of your expectation and kind of concentrate on one simple, small illustration at a time. And today we're going to do gesture drawing of a throwing motion, which is super cool. I mean, look at these like throwing motions. There's a lot of gesture in it. So if you want to stick around, paint with me, draw with me, you are absolutely welcome to do so. Let's get started, shall we? If you have questions along the way, you want to share stories, I always love to chit chat with all of you guys. And C, I'm going to call you C because I'm not sure if it's CLJL. I'm going to call you C. You see, you hope you have free time to join the challenge. I hope so too. Usually it only happens. Yeah, it only happened once last year. I'm hoping to be able to maybe do it more time this year, but can't promise anything. So it would be great if you can join, because this is usually it takes a lot of time before I can open. Just based on my schedule, it's hard for me to do these challenges. I'm really into trying to help the community as much as I can. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. So unfortunately, sometimes I'm not able to do it more than once. So yeah. I want to say hi to Antonique. How you doing today? All right. So I haven't like warm up this morning. So you're gonna see my very sketchy warm up. I'm just gonna try to capture these poses with as much gesture as possible. Franco, you're asking a question. Let me see if I can move the chat so I can see the entire question. Franco, you said, do you like the tablet XP Pen fun drawing? I haven't tried it yet, Franco. I'm working on a Huion, which I absolutely love. It's a Canvas Pro 24 that I have. Just to have the iPad 2018. iPad is also great. I also have one, but I definitely prefer my big tablet. But I've been repeating this for years. The tablet doesn't make the artist. The skills does. You can really like learn digital art with any kind of tablet. See, you say the name is actually Clay. Oh, it's Clay. Sorry, confusion. Yeah, I'm hoping you'll be able to join. Am I right to say Clay? Is that Clay? Like you pronounce the J like it would be like Clay? Let me know. Hey DJ, how you doing? But do they have Procreate? I'm not sure what you're asking, Franco, on Instagram. Procreate is only for iPad, if that's what you're trying to ask. All right. That's it's good gesture, but I feel like the leg could be more gestural. Like we could accentuate that pose a little bit. I'm gonna put that smaller, put it here, and try to do it another go. I feel like the leg could be like higher. Just trying to exaggerate that movement. This leg needs to be. That's better. If that's better, Procreate than Ibis Paint. I think Procreate is a pretty good app. I never tried Ibis Paint, so I couldn't tell. Sorry, I'm trying to catch with all the chats. Is mentioned what kind of Huion tab will be giving out. Yeah, if you go on, if you click on the link right now in YouTube, you'll be able to get to the registration page, and on it I placed the tablets. I don't remember exactly what they are, but we have 2 screen tablets, 2 different models, but Huion give us 3 screen tablets, 2 of the same model and 1 larger. And then we also have 3 desktop tablets, medium size. And I can vouch for the products. They're really good. See, you say I'm on vacation right now, but I miss my tablet. I wish I could draw right now too. Yeah, this is what I like. This is why I keep my iPad, like, because when I travel, I like to have like something on the go. So I totally feel you. All right, I think that's good of a warm up. I want to say hi to Ray. How you doing? Welcome back. All right, I'm gonna do this one. This one seems complicated. For those of you that already registered, you might have seen that I also offer this year a Backstage pass. Now, what the Backstage pass is ultimately just access to me during the challenge. So last year I realized that was a lot of people that wanted to have some feedback, and unfortunately I cannot cover like so many people. We were like, I think 8,000 people to participate last time. So this year I decided to create a backstage pass that ultimately will be a smaller group. There's a limit to it. I think the limit is still pretty big. I think it's like 100, maybe 2. But it's just to say that I don't have to cover 8,000 people. And what I'll do for the Backstage Pass owners is I'll be in the chat all week long, giving feedback, paint overs, we'll do Q&A sessions. So it's for those people that just want to get a little bit more out from the challenge. The challenge is free, the classes are free, but if you get the Backstage Pass, you'll get lifetime access to it and some feedback from me, and that's the most valuable part, really. I'm also giving a few more bonuses that you'll be able to see on that page. This one is rough. This one is really rough. I'm gonna mask these two. I feel like it's like a double twist motion of some sort. Leg. I feel like body needs to be a little bit more like this, maybe. Hey Zed, how you doing? Welcome back. We are doing throwing today, for everybody that didn't know. It is the prompt of the day. And I'm trying to do baseball players are throwing. Their motions are just so cool. And really challenging, turns out. Like that extra leg, like, no idea. It's like almost to his head. Arm going there. Real tough, this one. Alright, let's do another one. I'm gonna do a few of those and then I'll paint one. I like this one. Do I have any tips for painting clothings? Yeah, absolutely. I did created a whole class about it, and I'll be talking about it during the 1 week character challenge. Zed, are you registered yet? This is happening on the 10th of March. I announced it yesterday on Instagram, but I'll be talking about it for the rest of the month until we doing the challenge. Challenge is free, comes with 3 classes, and one of them is all about costume. If you want to register, the class is free. Did I mention that? If you're on Instagram, all you have to do is to comment OWC. I put a little image on the screen for everyone to show. You just have to comment OWC in the chat, and it should fire up an automation. Matter of fact, if you do it, let me know if it works. Because sometimes technology lets you down. Kind of something there. Shoulder kind of comes there. But yeah, in terms of clothing, one tip I can give you that I try to follow each time is just to focus on the points of tension of the clothing. So, for example, if I'm looking at this reference here that I'm working on, what I concentrate on is where are the folds coming from. You can tell that he has his shirt tucked in his pants here, and as he's turning away like this, it creates folds that ultimately will also help to tell the story of how is he moving. So paying attention of like the way the angles of these clothes, of these folds are wrapping around the body will tell you like what kind of fabric it is, what kind of direction this character is going into, where are the points of tension. And if you do this, this is like kind of like the 80-20 rule, where this is 20% the skills that you need to give 80% results. If you're looking at my drawing here, like these little folds that I put here, that's what tells me that, all right, so this guy is like turning in this direction kind of thing. And it helps you to create that illusion of tension in the motion and the pose. Seriously, it's been years, and I keep telling the wrong one all the time. But yeah, that's the best trick I can give you, because, like I said, it's what I call the 80-20 rule. It's these kind of tips that will help you to advance just faster in your skills. I'm trying to get the angle of that leg here. I think it's more of an angle like this. And then during the 1 week character challenge, I'll be talking about also the way I approach my character designs and my anatomy, which I'm hoping will help a few of you guys to create better structure for your characters. Like during anatomy, I think it's hard for 99% of the artists. And definitely I include myself in this. So I came up for the years with like a few tricks that helps me to paint or draw the anatomy with more ease. Because at the end of the day, you don't need to be like perfect with your anatomy to create cool characters. Like what I'm concentrating right here, right now, is mostly shape design. Where you're doing these, what I call dynamic shapes. But again, I'll talk about that in detail, so I don't want to sell the punch. But ultimately, it's like, you know, everybody has seen these mannequin models, right? That have like shoulders like this and arms like this, and they're very kind of stiff. I'm sure you guys see that at some point. The idea is to kind of like build from this, but with dynamic shapes instead. So instead of having like shapes that are like primitive, you concentrate on shape like this that has like a motion into it. And that motion helps to tell you the forces. So yeah, I'm actually going to kind of do like a recording of the classes this year, and my goal is to have something very polished for everyone, to have exercises in there and homeworks that you can apply right away, and I'll also be live to answer question, so you get high quality training videos and you still have me to answer your questions at the same time. I really like this gesture. I think I'm gonna paint it. So that's the loose sketch. Let's see if we can create a final sketch before adding some colors to it. I also want to think about if, just looking at it actually, I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, I need to foreshorten the legs a little bit. And let's reattach the leg here. Now, let's make a final of this. Franco, how difficult it is to come up with fresh ideas for new characters. We are very influenced by what we see and what we like. For example, Arcane. Um, I mean, I'm a fierce believer that nothing is ever new. You know, even Arcane, got their ideas somewhere, and then you take your ideas from Arcane. It's a cycle of like everybody getting inspired from what they see, and then transform it just enough to become a new thing. I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's not about being original. It's about well, it's not about being original. It's about creating something that is true to you, if that makes sense. There's a lot of artists that start their career by copying other artists, completely copying perfectly what they're doing, and they end up their career with their own style. This is why I think there's a lot of artists that are fear of like doing things like tracing, for example, thinking like this is the worst thing an artist can do. But even tracing has his own virtue and will help you understand some stuff. So coming with new ideas, I think, is about sometimes recycling old ideas, to answer your question. Franco, you say yes. I'm assuming you agree. So yeah, if you like Arcane, which amazing show, go for it. Start with that. But just realize that at some point you'll have to try to slightly change something about it, and it's gonna come naturally. I think a lot of people like want their unique style. A unique style is developed by trying to copy the style of others. Sometimes just don't lie to yourself. Like sometimes people do like tracing of a character, and then create something very nice of it, and then pretend that that's their own. That's not the approach to have. But if you're tracing something and you're making a study out of it, and then you do that for a while, and then you give it a go to create something unique, that's where you'll see like the biggest progress, because you'll learn a bunch while you're doing this. I started when I was a kid by drawing Hulk figures. I was just a huge fan of his huge muscles. I was just fascinated by it. So wherever is your inspiration, just just do that. Even if it's a figure, I always have to start with the face and be happy with it before I can move on. I'm sure I'm not alone in this. Sorry, usually I'm more chatty than this. If you guys have any question, please. I think I say that every week. But it's always easier for me to keep the conversation going if I have a question of some sort. There you go. You say, Batuan, but when you're tracing someone's art, you should keep asking yourself why he did that or why he did that, etc. You need to understand. Yes, that's 100% true. That being said, I think if you always try to just kind of like do things in a way where it's like, oh, I need to learn from this. I need to learn the technique, and I should question myself and all of this. It adds a lot of pressure, and ultimately, like, the secret to keep going with your art is to have fun with it. So it's perfectly fine sometimes to just do something for the fun of it without having to try too hard all the time to get better. And I think a lot of artists, we start our careers as just hobbyists. We don't go to school. We just pick up a brush, a pen, and we start painting. That's it. And if you do this, it might give you the pleasure of doing it the day after and just continuing, basically, right? Where that if you always add pressure to learn something, it can be very, very difficult. All caps, RT. Yo, dude, I love your art. Sign up for the OC Challenge on March 10, and I'm really excited. I'm excited too. Thank you so much for joining. I think it's going to be a blast. Sure was last year. Last year was amazing. Had a lot of fun. I was looking at how many people participated last year, and it was like 8,000, I think, which is pretty great. So I'm pretty happy about being able to launch it. I didn't know if I would be able to launch it this early, because we did it last year a little bit later in the year. But yeah. And I've been working really hard for the past 2 weeks. If you guys were wondering why I was not posting much stories, I always try to post on Instagram and social media. When you own a business or a professional artist or anyone promoting yourself online, you just got to do those things. But you can tell when I'm super busy that I don't post story as much, and that was the reason why. I was just concentrated to create the registration page for the event and taking a lot of notes on how to make it better this year. So yeah, and it's gonna be a blast. I like this guy. Super cool motion. If you were there last week, we did Falling, which was real fun too. I'm missing the suck here. Take a space for the suck. And then you get the shoe. I'm always curious to ask if any of you guys are drawing or painting at the same time or just watching. I think most people are watching, which makes sense to, I guess, learn. But it can be also fun to just follow and participate at the same time. I was wondering why his shin was so puffy, but I think he has a shin guard in front of it, and that's why it looks this way. Z say I like sketching while watching. I think that's good too, actually. Being able to do both. Practicing poses, yes. Pauses, poses, poses. I'll never be able to remember this one. I explained why last week. It's because a pose in English and in French, une pose, are the same. But usually, no French word is exactly the same in English and French. And I keep just having a hard time remembering that they're both the same. Hey BBS, how you doing? Welcome back. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Love the sketch. Thanks, me too. I'm pretty happy with this one. I'm going to add some colors to it in a minute. Pretty good motion. And then he's got a ball. I feel like maybe should have like some sort of a distortion motion to it. because I never do a lot of like sketching. I would usually just blur the whole thing. So I'm not sure where to like place like lines of like action to kind of like suggest the movement. Maybe something like that. I can add them after, I guess. Little shadow there. All right, let's add some colors to this. Let's go with green and blue. A little bit of dirt on the ground too, like. I usually paint my my background flats, but for this one I'm going to try to get as close as possible from the reference. Let's take out the legs. Alright, and I'll put some baby blue for this guy as the base. BBS, you say, quick question about the Backstage Pass option for the OWC. Will it be possible to use the $45 towards IFI? That's a great question. And the answer is no. No, it's everything that's in the store. So you can go to the Digital Painting Academy. You can buy any of the classes in the store, which includes the 1 week portrait challenge, 1 portrait masterclass. We have, I think we have skin tone in there. We have so many things. I forgot all of them, but go have a look. No, IFI will come and open its door after the challenge. I'll be talking about it within the next few weeks. But for those that are really interested, just keep an eye on your emails, because I'm planning to invite you guys to a very special promotion for the people that want to join before we open the doors. It should arrive in the next couple of weeks. And it's going to be a promotion where you can invite a friend and save even more money. So I'm going to call it something like the accountability buddy promotion. And essentially, if you come as a pair, you'll both save X amount. I need to go with the details. But I want to do that because I know every year there's a lot of people that wants to join, having a hard time. Because finances are not always there. And because I open the door only once a year, it makes it hard for people sometimes to join. So, great question. No, the $45 tickets cannot go towards that gift card. But not to worry, I'll get you covered for IFI. But in the meantime, you could have a free month of the DPA with it. You could have one of the many classes that are in the store. I think I have like maybe 10 to 20 classes in there right now. And you can apply them to all of them. Alright, so let's do flat colors now. Let's do his face. You have an annual membership for the DPA. Could I use it for the next subscription? Yes, you could. 100%, yeah. If you have difficulties with this, just email me at hello@paintable. Either me or Ray, which is our lovely person that helps me at customer service, will help you with this. Yeah, 100% you'll be able to do it. I was about to say you can also like invite someone else, but I'm sure you want to keep it for yourself. So just email me. I'll help you with this. I'll have to do the hat now. I feel like the background here needs to be slightly darker so that I can put the hat less dark. Let me know if you have more questions, BDS. So yeah, I'm super excited about being able to open this year the 1 week character challenge. You know, I started making challenges like this about 10 years ago, and the first one was for those who participate will remember, it was the 1 week portrait challenge, and we had like instant success with it. And when I did the character challenge last year, I wasn't sure if I would get the same amount of registration, if people would like it as much, and it turned out even better than the portrait challenge. I think like people really like to make characters and or portraits. BVS, say thank you. Just sign up for the Backstage Pass. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to have you in the community during the challenge. You'll have to email me for your access to the private community. We're gonna have a community for everyone to join the challenge, completely free. People can share their stuff in there to get the prices from Huion. And then we'll have a private community for the pass owners, the Backstage pass owners. You'll be able to post your work in that, ask questions. I'll be there the entire week asking as many questions as possible. I'll give some paint over sessions. I'm gonna give some Q&A sessions. So you can imagine that it's a lot more working with me towards creating a character where the rest of the people can participate in the challenge, obviously share their work, get feedback from peers, but the people that will be in the past, I'll dedicate my time the entire week to you guys. And I'm pretty excited about it. It's exactly what I'm doing for the Illustration for Imagination program, to be honest. And the idea was to kind of like give a taste to the people that wanted to join IFI but didn't know if they could afford it or not. I was like, all right, I'm gonna offer something that is more affordable but gives the same kind of format with some feedback. So yeah, because I'm a fierce believer that if you have great techniques and you practice, you'll definitely advance. But without feedback, sometimes it's hard to know what's next, what you're supposed to do, what's not working with the illustration that you are working on, you know? And it took me years personally, even as an artist, to give it a try, to have like people giving feedback on my work. And once you start, you realize just how powerful it is. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Let's add, I'm gonna have to make his head bigger later. I think his head is too small, but let's add, love the Lucius locks. Thank you, Chiane, Victoria. Thank you, yeah, his locks are pretty, what's the word you use? Lucius? Indeed. Where are his locks? Where did I put the hair? Is it there? Oh, I see. I'm gonna have to make a selection. Oh, interesting. There it is. All right, Zed, if you have to go, see you next time. Thanks for joining. BVS, you see your feedback in the DPA is helpful. I like watching the ones you do for other people too. Yeah, you know, that's also a thing. I think people sometimes, it happens a lot when the people join IFI. They're scared that they won't have enough feedback on the work from me. First of all, I give feedback to everyone in IFI. I make a point of it. I spend 2 months with my students. But also what they don't realize before they join is it's exactly that, is that you're going to learn as much, if not even more, from the feedback that I give to other students, because you're all working on the same kind of projects. And so the feedback that I give to one person usually apply to you as well. Thank you, Starlit. Nice drawing. Thank you, appreciate it. It's definitely getting there. I'm gonna add a little bit more of like shadows and stuff, and then I'm gonna dig deeper into details. Let's cover the bigger shadows for now with just a selection. To do the shoes. I forgot to do the shoes. Shadow there too. And strap that on everything with a saffron brush. I'm gonna use this blue, I think, as a shadow. I'm gonna keep the selection, and right away I'm going to add some deeper shadow to some places. And let's create the local color of the shoe. I really like this way of painting, where it's like I keep things loose and I focus on value and splashes of color without going into details. And I feel like even your most basic sketch like just look good. At least I like it. Which is how I'm trying to approach my paintings more and more these days. Like I'm working from loose to detail, but I'm also trying to not overdo the details. And it's a fine line, I think, and I'm still learning from it. I'm not done testing stuff. I think my son wants to come say hi. I'm in live, but I can say hi. Hey! I won't put it on camera, guys, but just he says hi to everyone. Hi, He usually likes to come in my office right before his nap, which I think is absolutely adorable. So yeah, let's round up. Let's round up things a little bit. Then once you have like the hard shape, then you can take like a saffron brush. That's what I'm doing right now. And you take the value and kind of round it up. But I keep the hard edge here, and I feel like this is looking good. I could also use like things like a smudge tool or whatever, but I feel like sometimes just keeping the hard edge makes it look that much better. It's almost like some pink in that picture, right? Kind of there. I'm just gonna add it. I think it's going to add some color shifts that are going to be interesting. Alright, I think I got enough going on to be able to start kind of like adding finishing touches on it. Usually when I do this, I create a layer on top of it all. And I like to sometimes add colors to my lines. Like not all the lines, because some of the lines needs to stay. Like darker. Let's paint this. The one for the suit, for example. That I could probably use some blue. And then something like that. Alright, let's try to paint on top of it. I feel like the jaw needs to be like much more square. And I have a feeling that the entire head is just too small. I might make it bigger. When faces are small, for some reason, I got like just a hard time, because I never know how much like detail I'm supposed to put. Because you obviously zoom in a little bit more, and you tempted to like add more details that are needed. So that's why I like to keep like usually like a screen that is showing the entire illustration just in smaller. I might try to go live a little bit more times this month. Just to paint either daily fives or other personal projects. At the same time, I'll be able to promote the challenge to everyone that wants to participate. Because believe it or not, even though like I sent so many emails to my entire list every year, at the end when the challenge is over, I have someone emailing me to tell me like that they're sad because they lost, but they didn't know that the challenge was happening. And each time I'm wondering like, how is that possible? Because I have the opposite problem where a lot of people are getting annoyed because I send so many emails to remind people that there's a challenge. And at the same time, I get other people not getting the message. It's a fine line. I don't know if all of you or any of you are working in marketing, but you probably know the struggle. So my thought was maybe if I can find the time to do more lives like this, I'll be able to promote the challenge, and this will help for people to not miss it. Also, for the people that have friends that may like this event, by all means go ahead and share it. I actually prepare a little reward. Usually when you join the challenge, you'll receive one of the emails where I offer you, it's a cheat sheet that I created for character design, with some very nice tips in there. And if you want to share the event on Facebook, you can get the cheat sheet for free. Helps me to promote it, and also make sure that if you have friends that would be interested, they'll see it. Because truthfully, I might be teaching during the week, but it's you guys that make the event the way it is. How fun and how cool, and the community, that's all about you guys. I'm just a person that kind of like instigate. Is that the word? That starts. Alright, I'm not gonna put too much detail in the face. I'm gonna try to zoom out a little bit. You know, when you're painting anything really, and you just start kind of losing yourself into it. Happens to me all the time. And then you have to remind yourself to zoom out. for you guys that are here with me right now, can you let me know if you participated last year in the 1 week character challenge? And if you did, which character did you do? I tried to do them all last year, but I couldn't. Didn't have enough time. I might do the one that it's missing. The one that I'm missing from the brief is the Monk Knight, I think it is. And it's a character that I really wanted to do because it's a character that was inspired from my time living in Thailand. You can see like every day monks going in the streets, and they have like this iconic bright orange suit. It's not really a suit. That's not a robe either. I'm not sure exactly how you call it. But it's super iconic, and you see them and it just looks so cool. And I wanted to create this character with like a mix to represent the Buddhist monks that I've been seeing here. Here should be just a little bit more bright. Oops. I think this is the time where I'm going to make a copy of everything and make his head bigger. I feel like it's too small since the beginning. I think that's better. I feel like maybe I made his head too big now. Yeah, a little bit. Let's shrink it back down. That's better. Can I get a whoop whoop? Absolutely. Gan Gan. How you doing, my man? Yeah, sorry guys. I'm super quiet today. But again, if you are curious about something, I want to ask a question, go for it. Sometimes I get in the zone, you know? I feel like I got the essence of the pause, essence of the colors. Maybe now I can jazz it up and maybe push some contrasts, push some details, add some texture to it. I'm trying to see what could be done. What could be done? One thing could be done is I could just make the leg a little larger here. And the shadow. Pushing the shadows where needed. BBS, how are your card design going? How are you keeping motivated to keep with the project? So, the card design hasn't moved at all. For the people that don't know what BB is talking about, I started last year to design a deck of cards. I'm super excited about it, and believe me, I'm finishing that project this year for sure. But this is going to take me, I think, the entire year to finish. And so sometimes I have to jump on other projects. The 1 week character challenge being one of them. Launch of Iffy, another one. And so I haven't advanced much for the past couple of weeks. Actually, I haven't advanced at all for the past couple of weeks. But I'm hoping I'll be able to continue working on it probably next week. That'd be awesome. And beside that, it's advancing pretty well. I'm doing the clubs, the suit of clubs right now, and it looks pretty awesome. I will be releasing a video about it hopefully this month, because I'm trying to make one video per club, per suits. So I already released the hard suit. If you want to see it, it's already on my YouTube channel, where I show you how I designed them and talk about the process and whatnot. So there's that. But I haven't done, like, I started the figures though. I did the Jack of Club, the Queen of Club. I think I already shared those actually on Instagram if you want to see those. The Jack I only share a story, but I'm gonna create a post out of it. But yeah, it's kind of like it's a big project, and I want to make sure I get like the end results that I want. So I don't want to put myself like too much pressure, and I'm really going to take my time to do it properly. But thanks for asking, appreciate it. Yeah, I tried to reach out to the artists that inspired me to start it. His name is 1000 on YouTube. He did just an amazing job doing his own cards, and I wanted to reach out to him, but it's been difficult. That's my kind of like my goal for this year, to just try to get myself like in touch with artists that I appreciate their work, and try to expand my network of artist friends, artist entrepreneurs, YouTubers, content creator. I've been pretty bad at just having a dialogue with other creators, and I think it's an important thing to do, to keep in touch with other creatives. There's something happening in the head area that I think his head needs to be higher, maybe a little bit. It's like the whole body should be higher. I don't know. Keep it like this for now. But yeah, I'll be working on these cards probably during the month of February, and release the video at the end of February. But after that, I'll be teaching IFI for 2 months, because we're launching or opening the doors in March. And it takes 2 months, and I truly spend a lot of time with my students during the entire IFI course, IFI project. So sometimes I don't have the time for personal projects, unfortunately. The unit, good choice of character. What do you mean, Jesse? What do you mean by that? The unit? Is that the name of the guy I'm painting? Because I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just thought his pitch, his posture was looking amazing. And I just wanted to paint it. I stopped following baseball the day the Montreal Expos got sold away and moved to another city. Since then, baseball hasn't been really the sports. That's Randy Johnson, the unit. Oh, there you go. I didn't know. Thanks. I didn't know. But yeah, I'm from Montreal, and Montreal used to have a baseball team called the Expos, named after the World Exposition that we had in 60-something, I want to say. And I went to a few games. I was lucky enough to go to a few games in my youth. But then I moved on when they left. And today, I don't know much about baseball no more. I mean, I didn't know much either at that time, but I know more than I know now. So yeah. let's continue painting Randy, shall we? Trying to see if I can create more definition and small. When you zoom out like this, you know, it really helps you to understand what's reading well and what doesn't. So that's super important to do once in a while. Like contrasts. Like here, there's like a contrast that could be boosted a little bit, I think. But yeah, I went to see one, because I live in Pittsburgh for like 6 months. I want to say in 2019, I think. It's crazy to think it's already been like 5 to 6 years. Insane. It was pre-COVID, so I'm assuming 2019. Could have been like, yeah. And I went to see the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I had a real blast. That was super fun. Fun story though. Like nothing was happening in the match, in the game. So me and my wife, then my girlfriend, but now my wife, we decided to leave earlier just to hear the sounds of people cheering and freaking out as we're moving away, because the Pirates were like starting to make home runs, and I feel like we missed a pretty good end of show, unfortunately. But lucky for me, I went another time after that, and Pirates did the same thing, finishing the game like true champions. Time is it? Still have some time. One of the skills I would like to practice within the next few years is brush, how you call it, brush saving, that's not it, but essentially just being able to paint with less brush strokes. Because what's cool about digital painting is that you can do as many brush strokes as you want, put any kind of color that you want. You can always paint on top of them. And that, for a beginner artist, that's gold. It gives you just the freedom to experiment and try a bunch of things. And I'm still, even to this day, just really counting on that. I try a bunch of stuff, and I know I can always paint on top of it, right? But I feel like what happened is, with this amazing opportunity came a little bit of laziness in my count, where now I know so much that I can come back that my first brush stroke, I don't really care. I'm just like, nah. And then sometimes it look good, and then sometimes it doesn't. But if I were like to be just more precise and take more of my time, I think I'm there in my skills level. I'm confident enough that I can probably pull it out. I just having a hard time kicking off the bad habits of just like going too fast, basically. Like when you paint a shadow, like here, for example, you know, where you just really take your time and do it in one shot. Sorry, I'm out of context on Instagram. I think think there's power in this. Like here, for example, I went too fast, but if I'm taking the time to observe and just kind of like place my mark first, I could learn, I think, from it. Shadow is and that highlight is a bit too much. Put a few more details and then I'll let you go, guys, but this has been fun. I'll be back next week again to paint another prompt. In the meantime, if you haven't registered for the challenge, I'll be talking about it for the next month for sure, but go ahead and register. Challenge is going to start on March 10. I think it's going to be super fun. You'll get access to 3 classes. Jesus, this guy is 6'10"? For real? For real? Jesus. That's... Why choosing baseball when you could do basketball? Wow. 6'10". That is tall. That is real tall. But yeah, what was I saying? This has been fun. If you want to participate into the Daily 5 challenge, we are going to continue doing action pauses this month. You can participate, get access to the brushes, get access to the prompt list, join me live like this right now, and work on your skills with me. I know with all the AI things happening and insecurity that artists have because of it, one thing that hasn't changed for me at the very least, and I don't think will ever change, is the joy that I get from painting. Like just this study, for example, was just so much fun, so much relaxing. Just put some colors on a canvas and just, yeah, having fun with it. Now, if painting a baseball player is not your jam, but you would prefer to create your own character or create fantasy characters, then definitely join me during the 1 week character, because that's what it's all about. think I'm going to try to jazz up that thing. And by jazz up, I mean I'm going to add some strokes here and there to create some style to it. I'm gonna check. One thing I like to do usually is to play with the swatches of RGB and see if there's a color that can be added somewhere. Sometimes it's just by adding a little bit of it, and it adds just a little bit of. You're gonna see. Usually, you're gonna see that it's called chromatic aberration in between the highest contrast the most. So like here on the back, you might have a little bit of it here, here, here maybe. Maybe a little bit here. Can be interesting. Adds a little bit of a touch of like of effects. I've been a huge fan of like kind of painting texture. I haven't painted any texture on this one. But just a few lines here of texture there and there. What I realize is when you add texture and you add it in between light and shadow where your form shadows are supposed to be, it just softens the edges essentially, and it creates like it's just a natural transition. Sometimes it looks really good. So why not try it there? Sometimes it's hard to not add too much, though. You don't want to do that, but it's better to try and fail than not try at all. Because if you fail, you learn. If you learn, you progress, and if you progress, you get better. That's the idea. What do you use to draw? I'm using right now an amazing Huion tablet, which is also the sponsor for. Well, not sponsor. Are they sponsored? Yeah, I guess they're sponsored. They're offering us tablet for the winners, and I approach Huion each time that I'm launching the challenge because I'm using one of them, and I'm amazed with that tablet. It's a Canvas Pro 24 4K, and essentially I used to work on a desktop tablet, which only good things to say about it. But at the time I thought, all right, so I'm gonna have that big tablet, but I'm not gonna use it. I'm used to my desktop tablet, and the ergonomy of the desktop tablet is really better for your neck posture. I'm having a hard time speaking. It's better for your neck posture. But yeah, no, I started to use that gigantic tablet and just fell in love with it. Being able to move your shoulder as much as you want, and just more like a bigger image in front of you helps to create a better experience when you draw, at least for me. So that's to answer this question. see. What else can I do on that thing? I'm pretty much done with it. It was a really, really fun photo study to do. I really enjoyed it. And so yeah, if you're participating into the Daily 5, you can go post your work inside the Discord community. I'll have to go in there and check your work, guys. I know I've been pretty silenced for the past few weeks, but I always go in there to go check out the work, and it's just fun to see. It's also if you're like the kind of artist that wants to have feedback but fears the troll of the internet, notice we have amazing moderators in there, and they are there to keep the peace and push the trolls away. I don't know if I can play with this expression a little bit more, maybe. Oops. Some yellow here. What I'm doing here is I'm adding another color from the subsurface scattering. See if it's looking good. A little bit of yellow. I think it does. Not subsurface scattering, sorry. Chromatic aberration. But speaking of subsurface scattering, that's another thing I could add real quick. Maybe with some overlay, see if there's like a part of the ear that could be just a little bit more orange. Maybe the nose, maybe the hand. Just adding a little bit more of lights there. You know, I was talking about details and what I think of details, and details for me is exactly what I'm doing here. It's like playing with the different contrasts of your light scheme that you already have in your painting, in such way that it adds just a little bit of details, but not so much that it looks like out of place. But you're just pushing contrasts, essentially. It's like one place to another place. And I do that with like the smallest things, like just adding a few things. But I think I'm pretty done with this one. Pretty happy with it. And as the music stops, I think I'll stop working on this one too. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me live again this week. I know I didn't talk much on this one, but I'll come with some more energy in the next one, promise you. I'm going to try also to do a few more of those. In the meantime, I'm excited to invite you to the 1 week character challenge that will start on the 10th of March. You'll find the links in the description of the video. You can comment OWC on Instagram to get the automation firing up. The challenge is open to all and comes with 3 classes, a set of brushes, and just a ton of fun, really. So yeah, hope you guys will have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and happy painting, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Ciao, ciao.